If you thought Lily Tino was disturbing, Jeffrey Marsh stepped forward and said, "Hold my Patreon." He encourages young followers to cut off their parents, promises a safe space to talk privately, and then funnels them into his Patreon, paywalled away from any adult oversight. All whilst whispering affirmations like, "You are perfect. You are the best you." His fans are calling it healing. The rest of us, let's be honest, we're calling it disturbing. This isn't controversial, it's dangerous. This is how Jeffrey Marsh slivered his way into the minds of confused youth and why people are finally pushing back.
They don't get your beautiful, loving, wonderful presence in their lives. It's over. And they are gone.
If Lily Tino was the red flag of 2025, then Jeffrey Marsh is the damn fire truck. Because whilst Lily was busy making bathrooms political and taking selfies at Disneyland, Jeffrey was whispering affirmations to vulnerable teens, telling them to go no contact with their parents, and then selling them advice behind a paywall. Yes, you heard that right. In video after video, Marsh will stare directly into camera, telling confused young people that their families don't understand them, that their parents are hurting them, that it's okay to cut ties, not just emotionally, but permanently. Your parents aren't safe. Come talk to me instead.
Your parents screwed up. It's okay to say so. That's why I made a Patreon, so that we could talk about it, so that we could connect in a way that has more privacy.
Now, I might be going out on a limb here, but why is a 48-year-old man asking people that are of that particular demographic and age to come and talk to him privately away from their parents? And before you leap on me, let's be realistic. He's had no breast augmentation. He still has stubble. He still has chest hair. And I'm pretty sure he's still got his dog. So that's not a woman, that is literally a man in drag. Let's be honest, guys, if I did that, I'm gonna end up in prison. So why is it that if you decide to say that you identify as something else, it becomes perfectly acceptable? I'm still trying to figure that one out, because it's the same formula every manipulative online figure uses. Build trust with vulnerable people, create a rift between them and their support systems, funnel them into a controlled environment, and then monetize the trauma. Except in this case, it's being marketed as healing, as empowerment. Jeffrey isn't just exploiting identity, he's using it as a shield. Any criticism, it's bigotry. Any concern, it's phobia. Just like Lily Tino, he weaponizes that outrage to deflect real questions. But the cracks are starting to show. More and more viewers are realizing that the whole thing feels a bit eerily calculated, disturbing, creepy. The stare, the voice, the manufactured safety. At some point, Jeffrey Marsh realized that pain equals profit, and he has been farming that trauma ever since. His videos are a never-ending stream of sad music, fake crying, and buzzwords like inner child and emotional healing, all designed to reel in his viewers who are hurting. But instead of offering real help, he's selling them validation as a service. Need someone to tell you your parents are toxic? Jeffrey will. Need to hear that cutting off your family is brave? Don't worry, he's got you. But only if you pay up, because behind every soft whispered, "You're valid," there's a Patreon link charging up to $25 a month for access to private support groups, DM chats, and live streams where Jeffrey plays therapist without a license. He's basically monetizing mental illness. It's predatory as hell, said a Reddit user with 11.2k upvotes. It's like he's harvesting broken kids for subscription money, said a YouTube comment with over 2,000 likes. It's dangerous. And if anyone calls him out, he weaponizes identity. Any criticism is framed as phobic, hateful, or bigoted, as I mentioned earlier, and even legitimate safety concerns are immediately shut down. It's a tactic we've seen before, with none other than Lily Tino. When accountability hits, scream oppression. When the internet turns, call it a hate campaign. But this time, people are not buying it. Do you remember Shamiram Nessa, the British Muslim woman that had over 7 million followers on TikTok? She called out Jeffrey Marsh and the very caring, loving, accept yourself perfect. People that follow him decided to give her death threats. Yes, this supposedly very accepting, loving, caring, compassionate following that Jeffree has created threatened to kill her because she spoke out that she found it concerning that a full-grown man was talking to vulnerable people. The only thing she was trying to get across was calling on Marsh to stop telling kids to go on his Patreon and chat to him privately without their parents knowing about it.
Stop telling kids to go on your Patreon and chat to you privately without their parents knowing.
Who knew that asking someone to do such a thing was so bad? I mean, it's very unreasonable. How dare she? It's deeply unsettling that someone who preaches boundaries has zero problem DMing young people behind a paywall, said one Reddit user. I cancelled my Patreon sub the minute I realised minors were being encouraged to message him privately. This is not okay, said a former Patreon subscriber. And it gets worse, because Jeffree labels critics as dangerous. He accuses creators who questions these actions of spreading misinformation or being anti-LGBTQ+, weaponizing identity politics to silence genuine concern. This isn't about identity, it's about power, control, and unchecked access to vulnerable people. Marsh knows exactly what he's doing. He's cloaking manipulation under the guise of empathy and building a cult-like fan base that will defend him no matter what he does. For years, Jeffree Marsh cultivated this soft-spoken, fairy godparent persona, always smiling, always affirming, always speaking in that creepy, whispering tone like he's narrating a bedtime story to a broken child. Clips started circulating where Marsh mocked parents who set boundaries for their kids. In one video, he smirks while saying, "If your parents won't let you be yourself, that's their problem." In another, he proudly boasts, "I'm your family now. I'm your support system." Reddit threads exploded with concern. He's not helping them heal, he's convincing them they're only safe with him. It feels like grooming, emotional grooming. He finds broken kids, cuts them off from their family, and then becomes their savior, said another Reddit user. And parents were furious. "This man told my kid to go no contact. I'm livid." He gives off cult leader vibes with that fake calm voice. He's preying on the vulnerable and hiding behind identity. Wake up. This isn't healing, it's dependence. Marsh offers no real therapy, no credentials, no accountability, just endless affirmations and the promise of unconditional love, but only as long as you agree with him. And if someone finally pushes back, just like Lily Tino, he plays the victim. He'll post a teary TikTok about how hard it is to be misunderstood. And once you turn on Jeffree, he unleashes his fans like a digital cult. Lily Tino, Jeffree Marsh, Dylan Mulvaney, three creators that claim to be very, very different, but dig deeper and it's the same playbook. They posture as victims and then bully others. They demand validation and then silence dissent. They cry oppression whilst manipulating their way to the top. Lily Tino weaponized misgendering and tried to get people fired. Dylan Mulvaney turned womanhood into a TikTok act and got brand deals whilst real women were being mocked. And Jeffree Marsh is out here telling kids to ditch their parents and DM him in secret. It's not about identity, it's about attention. It's about exploiting activism and virtue signaling as a personal brand, and it's creepy as hell. They don't want equality, they want unquestioned control, with a ring light and a monetized victim complex. But the mask is cracking. People are done walking on eggshells, they're done pretending that this is normal, they're done handing over power to people who act like cult leaders in eyeliner. For years, Jeffree Marsh curated an image of kindness, but image doesn't equal integrity. You can whisper affirmations and still be a predator. You can dress in soft tones and still be manipulative. And now, more people are waking up to it. The mask is slipping, the audience is shrinking, the silence is breaking. And when the internet turns on you, especially with receipts this disturbing, there's no affirming your way out of it.